So good morning, children. Today we are going to talk about the topics, and topics are causes of sports injuries, prevention of sports injuries, and first aid and its objectives. So first of all, we talk about the causes of sports injuries. Uh, there are so many causes by which any sports person or maybe the athlete can be injured. So every sports person is prone to accident or injuries irrespective of prevention steps or physical fitness level. The main causes of accidents or injuries in sports are as follows. First is lack of fitness. So, lack of fitness or less fitness level may cause injury or accident. Then, poor coordination. Poor coordination or lack of mental readiness leads to injuries. Overstress and tension. Overstress, tension, or unbalanced psychological behavior is one of the cause of sports injuries. Not performing warm up, not performing warm up before the activity as well as after the activity leads to chances of injuries or the sports accidents. And equipment failure, equipment or maybe the faulty equipments or the failure of the equipments can cause accident in sports. Faulty skill actions. When players perform faulty or unbalanced skill actions or maybe the unbalanced movements while playing or while performing any activity, by this there are many chances or more chances of sports injuries or the accidents. Not following rules. Player not following the rules and regulations of the activity can cause injury. Aggression or violence. Aggression or violence during game is also the cause of accident or the injury, and the reason of the aggression or the violence uh, are many reasons. Poor playfield. Poor maintenance of playfield or playfields not as per the rules of the games can cause injury. Not considering safety measures or safety means during game. If we do not consider the safety means, we definitely get injured. So initially, as a player or as a training or trainer, you all have to consider the safety means which are uh, recommended by a coach or maybe your training. Not wearing protective equipments, player not wearing protective guards or not considering the safety equipments causes injuries. Wrong training methods, poor or wrong training methods, or maybe overtraining or overexertion on muscles may cause injury. So, in principles of training, there are two principles, and principles are principle of load and principle of rest and recovery. So, proper load is given as well as in the same composition, proper rest or recovery should be considered during training. Wrong treatment of injury. Player not fully recovered from injury or incomplete treatment of injury or ignoring the previous injury may cause further injuries. So once your injury is recovered, after recovery of the injury, you have to rehabilitate your injured part to get or to obtain previous level strength or maybe the efficiency of the injured part. Now, uh, we are going to talk about the prevention of sports injuries. Prevention of sports injuries. Injuries are somewhat mandatory in sports. Effect of the injuries to the athlete is of extreme nature, as it may bring an halt to their sports career. Taking prevention is always better, or you can say prevention is always better than cure. Time taken in recovery is the loss of time for training. A sudden injury may be the reason for withdrawal from the complete competition, which gives a negative impact on the future performance of the athlete. According to the researches, injuries rate can be reduced up to 25%. कैसे? If appropriate steps are taken during training and the competition, so injuries may be less. But if appropriate steps are not taken during training and the competition, the chances of injuries are comparatively more. Now, the first topic is proper warming up, essential before training and the competition. So, proper warming up is essential or mandatory before the training and the competition. Warm up basically tone up your muscles for training and the competition, reduce chances of injuries. Routine should be of minimum of 10 minutes. Mean to say, if you perform warming up exercise before training, your duration may be approx or should be approx 10 minutes. Start with gentle exercise to brisk exercises. Put more emphasis on muscles which will be used in the training or the competition. So यहाँ पर क्या करना है, आपको केवल इनिशियली उन मसल्स का ही वार्म अप करना है जो मसल्स आपके ट्रेनिंग में या कंपटीशन में मैक्सिमम इन्वॉल्व होने वाली है. प्रॉपर कंडीशनिंग. Injuries are caused by weak muscles not ready to meet the demand of the sports. Use weight and circuit training method to improve muscular strength. Conditioning improves the neuromuscular coordination. So proper conditioning is also required to prevent the injuries. Then balanced diet. There is a great role of balanced diet on the sports performance as well as in injuries. If a person take balanced diet, then the chances of injuries are very, very less. So lack of essential minerals and vitamins such as calcium, phosphorus, vitamin D, etc. make bones weak. And proper intake of or proper proportion of intake of these vitamin and minerals, they definitely protect us from sports injuries. Weak bones leads to sports injuries. Proper knowledge of sports skills. Proper knowledge of sports skills is very beneficial and essential for injury prevention. Sports person should be efficient in performing the related sports skills. One should have deep knowledge of sports skills and is efficient completely in performing them can prevent from injuries to a great extent. So here the key point is proper knowledge of skills as well as the execution of the skills are initially required to protect or to prevent the injuries. Use of protective equipments when any individual perform in any physical activity or maybe in any competition or be in any tournament, he or she should use or wear proper protective equipments. Using protective equipments is very basic requirement for the safety of players. Stress should be laid down on good quality of protective equipment. अगर आपने अच्छी ब्रांड के गुड क्वालिटी के प्रोटेक्टिव इक्विपमेंट्स यूज किए हुए हैं तो ऑटोमेटिकली आपका स्ट्रेस लेवल कम होगा, तो आप इजीली अपने कंपटीशन में पार्टिसिपेट कर पाओगे और इंजरी के चांसेस भी बहुत कम होंगे. Proper sports facilities with proper warming up and skill etc. Proper facilities of the training and the competition is also very important for prevention from injuries. Outdoor grounds or indoor halls should be maintained properly for the training. Special surfaces for the particular sport should be maintained, like landing pit off for high jumpers. Unbiased officiating. Officiating, especially in teams, can play an important role for prevention of injuries. Unbiased officiating maintains a discipline among the players and reduce the chances of injuries. But if the officiating is not in a proper manner, or maybe the partial officiating is going on, so the players or the team members get violent, and at that particular phase, chances of injuries or maybe the accidents may occur. Do not overtrain. Overtraining in the beginning for the beginners causes sports injuries. Beginners should avoid doing too much too soon. If one is training after a long gap of time, it should be increased wisely. Otherwise, there are more chances of injuries. Use of proper techniques. Using right techniques in training and playing of the particular sports prevents from injuries. Wrong technique may cause tendonitis or fracture. One should always train under experts' guidance and supervision. Obeying the rules. Obeying the rules of particular game during training and competition prevents from injuries. On the other hand, if player is not obeying the rules of the game, he is more likely to get injured. Proper cooling down. After every practice session or the competition, cooling down is as important as warming up in the beginning as well as at the end of the physical activity. It should be of light aerobic activity such as jogging 5 to 10 minutes, followed by stretching exercises. Cooling down helps in removing waste products such as lactic acid and the acid, phosphate, etc. from the muscles. It also helps in elevating the muscle stiffness and the soreness. Now, we talk about some tips which you have to remember. Avoid training when you are tired. Have more carbohydrates when undergoing vigorous training. Increase resting time if training time is increased. Increase in training should be proceed by increase in conditioning or strengthening. Don't ignore minor injuries as they tend to become major injuries. If pain is felt during training, stop training session immediately. Never train hard if stiffness from the previous session still exists. Pay attention to hydration and nutrition. Use appropriate training surfaces. Training and competition area should be free of hazards. Use safe and appropriate equipments. Introduce new activities gradually. Allow a lot of time for warming up and cooling down. Check training and the competition schedule beforehand. When training on different surfaces, use the proper footwear. Change to dry clothes after cooling down. Aim for maximum comfort when traveling. Stay away from infectious area when training. Be more vigilant about hygiene in hot weather. If any sign of fatigue before training session, ease off. And have regular sports massage. So, if you consider all these points, you can easily prevent your injuries or you can cure your injuries. Now, the next topic is first aid and its objectives. So, initially, first of all, you all have to know about the first aid. What is first aid? So, first aid is the immediate and temporary care given to the victim. The first objective is to save life. You can say the main aim or the first response of first aid is to save life of the victim. First aid was used by St. John Ambulance Association in 1879. Now we talk about some objectives of first aid. First objective is immediate aid. If possible, the first aid should be provided immediately. At this time, we should not think about useless things. Time is very precious at that moment. So without wasting time, the decision should be taken. So the immediate aid to be given to the injured person. Next is think about ABC. ABC is airway breathing under circulation. The person who provides first aid to the victim should think about ABC. So first of all, he should check the throat of the victim. He should unbutton the shirt of the victim. Then he should check up his respiration. यहाँ पर क्या करना है आपको इंडिविजुअल का रेस्पिरेशन चेक करना है कि वो इनहेल और एक्सहेल प्रॉपर्ली कर पा रहा है कि नहीं कर पा रहा है. If victim's respiration is not running well, he should give him artificial breathing. After this, you have to check the blood circulation of the victim. If the pulse is not felt by the first aider, he should use cardiopulmonary resuscitation, that is known as CPR. In this process, artificial respiration is given, and after the chest is pressed for artificial blood circulation, and this can be repeated 15 times. Then next is stop bleeding. If there is a bleeding from any organ of the wounds or the wounded person, it should be stopped at once. The wounded person's life may be in danger in case of excessive bleeding or maybe the excessive blood loss. If his hand or leg is bleeding, it should be raised up above the heart level. In case of cut on any main artery, it would be kept pressed with thumb or bandage till the arrival of doctor to avoid further blood loss. Then crowd kept away. It is usually seen that people gather immediately when there is an accident. They gather in front of they gather in form of crowd. Every individual wants to see the injured person. In such condition, the injured person does not get fresh air. So therefore, the person giving the first aid should also try to keep the crowd away from the injured person. Then sympathetic behavior or the attitude. The person giving first aid should be very sympathetic or should have the sympathetic attitude. When an accident happens, the wounded or the injured person feels fear and terror. So to avoid this fear and terror, as a first aider, you are supposed to release fear or terror pressure to keep away the fear and terror pressure. He should be treated politely by sympathetically so that he may come out of his fearful situation. He should also be assured that nothing serious is going to happen. He should be assured that he would be all right. The first aider should not be rash. He should perform his duty with calmness and with patience. Then fluid should not be given to the unconscious person. If a person is unconscious, please avoid uh, liquid or fluids. Why? Because if a person becomes unconscious due to accident, he should not be given any liquid because liquid substance may enter into the windpipe and they may create further problems, or maybe the windpipe will be or maybe choked by the fluid. So fluid should not be recommended when the person is fainted or maybe in unconscious position. Then medical aid. After applying the first aid, the first aider should immediately call the doctor or the medical experts so they can easily treat the injured person or to provide relief or to decrease or reduce the pain of an individual by calling the doctor and the experts. So these are some basic points or maybe the objectives which you all have to know when you provide or when you give first aid to the injured person. So don't rush. You just give immediate aid. If a person is bleeding, then stop the bleeding. If crowd is there, so keep the crowd away. Uh, Always wrap the person with the blanket to keep him warm. Uh, then your attitude should be very sympathetic. Again, fluid should not be recommended. And think about ABC and CPR and try to give immediate aid by following these points or to consider these points in your mind. So in this video, we already talked about the prevention of sports injuries. We talked about the causes of sports injuries and also the first aid and the objectives. Now, children, up to here, your chapter physiology and injuries in sports is over or finished. Now, in next video, I will be there and bring you a new chapter. Till then, bye.